morning, guys. Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Nikymus, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality and I talk about personal self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share this video with your friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. So, in this video, today's subject is going to be low vibrational men and women. And the advice in this video is to stay away from low vibrational, those kind of individuals who are on the low vibration. Now, of course, when I talk about vibration, somebody may think, oh, somebody who is driving a nice car, beautiful car, you know, somebody who is dressing in a Gucci suit or things like that. Those are the guys on high vibration. It is not what it is not what it appears to be, because I know a lot of people think, which is even actually the biggest reason why a lot of people in this time for today, they end up dating a lot of toxic individuals. That is because they are going with particular individuals because of face value. You know, maybe sometimes they see they have a nice body, you know, sometimes they are dressed in a very good suit, they are driving a very big car, they are sleeping in a huge mansion. So when we're talking about vibration, we don't necessarily mean belongings or face value. When we talk about vibration, we basically mean something that is on an energetic level, you know what I mean? Because me personally, I've dated those kind of individuals before, you know what I mean? The greater narcissist, it was that kind of individual who would appear, you know, in front of you, they would appear like they are the queens, you know what I mean? Those individuals, they like to portray their image like they are the kings and the queens, you know? The greater narcissist, you would not believe, I wouldn't believe personally that particular individual later on would turn out to become an energy vampire, you know? They had always been an energy vampire anyway, you know what I mean? But it's just because normally they use these other material things to cover up, you know, to cover up those them demons within them. They use a lot of stuff to cover up, to mask up their false image, you know, to appear to particular individuals around them as authentic. And by the time you get to know them, you know, by that time it's even already too late. Sometimes you've already even slept with them, you know. So they will use the false image to entice you to get into the relationship, you know what I mean? They will appear to you very handsome. Those guys, they're normally, you know, they say the devil doesn't come in a, what do they call it? The devil always comes in a suit, dressed in a suit, you know. The devil will not come around dressing in bad, you know, dark clothes and, you know, looking like vampires. The devil is going to appear in a suit. It's going to be very, very cunning and very easy for you guys to fall in love with those kind of individuals, you know. Those early days when I went out with the greater narcissist, I would later on find out in a few weeks, so I think it was a few months, that that particular individual, from the inside, they were empty souls. There was nothing there, you know. And it didn't take me a while to see that. So I would figure this out later on, that particular individual that I was with, the greater narcissist, would later on turn out to become an energy vampire, you know. They were just there feeding off my energy. So all these things you see on the surface, the pretty faces with a lot of makeup, you know, the most recent wigs in town, a lot of women, you see them, they will put the most recent wigs in town, you know. They will come dressed in shiny dresses, gold dresses. They're having golden handbags, you know. So when you're talking about vibration, people, I'm just here to make you understand that vibration has got nothing to do with face value. It has got nothing to do with material possessions. And again, chosen ones, they're not even material people. When we're talking about those things of material things and stuff, a real chosen one, an evolved chosen one, would never look at those kind of things as real. You know what I mean? So they don't really take those kind of things into consideration when they're going to date someone. Even if it's just a friend, they will not take in somebody because of the car they drive or the way they look, because, you know, they have got a very beautiful body, or you know, whatever they have on their bodies, or even sometimes the houses they sleep. So the chosen ones, they know. A chosen one who is authentic and they have really evolved. They know that it has got nothing to do with the person you see in front of you. It has got to do with the spirit that they're harboring within. You know what I mean? So when we're talking about energy, we're talking about that spirit that those particular individuals are harboring within, that thing that you cannot see. Because out of chosen ones, of course, eventually when you start to step into your discernment and you start to understand how to discern these individuals, it won't take you long for you to notice that whatever it is they are presenting themselves in front of you, it is just a facade. So there is more behind the scenes that they are hiding. And when you dig deeper and you spend some more time with them, you are going to see that thing exactly that they are hiding. You know what I mean? So you would see sometimes, like in those days, I remember the greater narcissist. You would see them when they're coming out of the house. Those particular individuals, they will be shining. You know what I mean? They're the kind of people you want to date. The very first time you see them, they're the kind of people you want to go with. But when you look deeper into their souls, you can see people, there's nothing there. You can see those guys, they are struggling. They are really struggling within. Their soul is struggling and crying. But they've got to shadow that, to hide that beneath the surface. And to present a facade to the world out there, so that people will now start to run around and fall for them, and before you know it, you'll be thinking that you've met your soulmate, or you'll be wondering where those particular individuals have been all along. You'll think that you've met your soulmate, your twin flames. They'll come around and they'll tell you, I've been waiting for you all this time, and this and this. They'll bring all kinds of stories. On top of looking authentic, in front of you. In a few days, a few weeks, guys, you're going to start to notice those individuals. Sometimes you will see them in the early morning when the very moment you wake up. If you have been able to go along with them, the very moment you wake up in the morning, you're going to see them exactly for who they are. You're going to see these individuals. They're not actually those particular guys they presented themselves to be in the beginning of that encounter. So the secret is to understand, guys, that these low vibrational people, they will come around with you. They will come around in the first day you meet them. They will come around, and they're going to appear too good to be true. It will be too good to be true, people. You will be surprised in the way those individuals are going to appear and present themselves in the beginning in front of you. They will mirror you. They will seduce you in every kind of way. They will make sure that everything that you ever wanted is exactly what you're seeing in front of you. So that's what they do, But we have got to understand, people, that those individuals, they have got a very big mission. Low vibrational people, men and women, chosen ones, I'll guarantee you this from experience. Those particular individuals, they have got a very big mission with them. The very moment you accept that relationship or friendship or whatever it is to occur, and this can even be sometimes family members. You will see some of those family members, they want to get very close to you. They have not been really close to you in the earlier days. All of a sudden, you will see them. They start to come around. They want to bring you closer. They want to be your best friends and things like that. They want to keep you in their company. But the only thing with you, let me tell you something. Low vibrational people. The reason why low vibrational people, they come into your life, they are coming into your life to steal your light, to kill, sometimes even your person. Physically, it can be physically, or sometimes it can be to kill your spirit. You know what I mean? Or destroy whatever it is you have going on for yourself. And before you know it, it will not take a while for you to see that you've just met somebody the last week, and all of a sudden, your car has got an accident. All of a sudden, there's banks running after you. All of a sudden, your health is deteriorating for some reason. All of a sudden, there's things starting to happen in a very short period of time. You'll see your health and a lot of things around you starting to deteriorate. The very soon you encounter those kind of low vibrational guys. Because remember, guys, again, those particular individuals, they have a very low energy. They have a very low dimensional spirits within them. So they have a very negative energies within. You understand? So they come in and feed off your soul. The reason why they call them low vibration is because there's nothing within them. There's nothing there. When you open them up, guys, you're going to see them. You're going to see hollow beings. Hollow beings. When you remove the suits, it's one of the good. It's one of the good and the biggest advantage that the chosen one has. That when the chosen one puts on their spiritual glasses, they're going to start to discern people within minutes. They will be discerning people in a very short period of time. Some people will get away in a few days. They may get away a couple of days, 1, 2, 3 days, maybe even a week. But it will not take long for the chosen one to discern somebody in a very short period of time, guys. I can guarantee you, because the chosen ones, they look beyond the Gucci suits and the Versace suits. They look beyond the veil. They look beyond the makeup. They look beyond the wigs. They look beyond the fake nails, and they look beyond those posh cars and whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Somebody will come around driving a Lamborghini, the most recent cars on this planet. But when they appear in front of a chosen one, they may get away in a few days, 1 or 2, 3 days, a week. In a few days, you are going to know these individuals exactly. These are empty souls. You know what I mean? And the only thing they have been doing all along their journey, they have been surviving using a facade. So they have been always trying to survive. Is the only way they have survived? By putting on a facade. That's how they have been able to get a lot of those things you see them flashing around you, you know, flashing around them on their bodies, you know. They sleep in the most expensive apartments. They use the facade to steal whatever it is. And the only thing they keep on, this thing is like a cycle. As long as they have identified you, you have got a lot to offer. There's something they can extract out of you. Even if it's something as important as fuel, just your fuel, your energy alone, your presence alone sometimes is enough to energize those kind of vampires, because those are emotional vampires, you know. Your energy alone is enough for them to be around you. You energize them, you fuel them up, and they go carry on doing whatever it is they've been doing, stealing and cheating other people, other individuals. A person on high vibration, you will know. That person will come in. It does not matter what car they are driving. It doesn't matter what they look like. Because the chosen one, we don't really look at face value. We don't look at these things on the physical perspective. You know what I mean? In the physical sense. We read people's spirits. You know? It's only important that you ask God to give you the spirit of discernment. Because when God gives you the spirit of discernment, that is exactly when you're going to know everybody who comes into your life. You will know the motives behind them. What do they want? You know, you will know what they want. Because a lot of those low vibrational guys, they have a tendency of exposing themselves early enough. You know, people who are on low vibration, the first thing what you will see, you will notice that they are very materialistic. You know what I mean? They are very much worried. First of all, they are very much worried about their looks, their face value, the way they look. You know, they will be forcing their body to look in a certain way. You know what I mean? They will be putting a lot of different types of makeup, you know, to make sure that they appear the best they can be in public. They will be struggling with a lot of makeup if they are women. If they are men, you will see them, sometimes even you will find men, big men. They're walking around looking themselves in the mirror like women. You will see sometimes men, they're walking around with small mirrors in their bags, you know. They're all the time looking in the mirror, in their side mirrors, checking their hair, if it's in shape and this and that. You know, you guys have seen this thing in movies, you know. Those guys are low vibrational. I can spend a week without looking in the mirror because I know already what I look like. I don't have to struggle to think. I think the only time I look in the mirror is when I'm going to shave my head or, you know, cut my hair or something like that, maybe my beard. That's the only time I really need the mirror. But I don't really need the mirror in my daily life. But you will see guys, they walk around with small mirrors. They are looking around in mirrors all the time. They are worried about the weight because they think on a subconscious level, they think that they could run into somebody. At some point, they just going to run into someone. And they have got to be in shape for that person to fall for them. So that's why they keep on always, they are very nervous about the way they look. Women, the same thing, you know. A person in high vibration, they don't even need to struggle with the way they look. They don't have to struggle with their makeup. They don't have to struggle with the way they look because they already know who they are. There's something what is very unusual with this energy, you know. The people who is on a high vibration, what usually happens with them, on a subconscious level, they know who they are. So they don't have to walk around looking at themselves very nervous about their makeup, you know, they're always checking in the mirrors and, you know, maybe something wrong with their shirt. They will just get out anyway, whether they're wearing slippers, they will even sometimes get out of their house in underwear because they don't really care they don't really care what is on their body. They're not worried about what exactly they look like. Low vibrational people, let me tell you something, chosen ones. Those low vibrational people, whether they know it or they don't know it, all those individuals are agents. They are devil's agents. They are here on the hunt. They are here on the planet. We are telling you because most of us, the chosen, we are woke. So we know the depth of these particular individuals who are roaming the streets on a daily basis. We know them and we know what they want. So it is a warning to you guys out there. Be wary of low vibrational men and women. You have got to look you have got to always put your spiritual glasses on and look beyond the veil. Look beyond the suits. Look beyond the designer glasses, you know, designer handbags, designer shoes. Look beyond the Lamborghinis. Look beyond the Ferraris, guys. Look beyond the G-Wagons. There is always something you can see when you take your time. Low vibrational people, low vibrational people, number one, they are very much in a hurry of everything. They want to do everything in a very short period of time, you know. They have met you today. They want to date you that same day. They want to go with you that same day. They want you to follow them that same day. You know what I mean? They don't have time. They don't have any time to look around and, you know, to figure out things, to wait, to look further, because they already know what they want. Those guys, they come with intentions and they have got very ill intentions, especially when it comes to the chosen ones, because chosen ones are very high vibrational. So they have got to come in, steal your spotlight. So sometimes you will see them. And guys, I want you to pay very close attention to low vibrational guys. For you to see these low vibrational people, normally when you're taking pictures, for the most of you guys, women who like taking selfies, sometimes you see men, you know, I don't know. If you're taking photos and you're with those kind of individuals, they always want to make sure that they are the front. They will always try to make sure that they own the picture. Be very careful with people who like to own the picture. The very moment you go into the restaurants and you're taking pictures, and they are struggling to own the picture, they want to be sure that they are at the forefront of that photograph. Those are low vibrational guys. They want to make sure that they are seen. A lot of chosen ones, when they're taking pictures, you may not even notice them on the photos. If you guys have noticed these chosen ones, when they're taking pictures and photographs, you will see them in the backyard. Sometimes you'll not even see them. They're almost not even visible in the picture, because the chosen ones, they don't even like attention, most of them. They don't even like attention. Even some chosen ones I know, they are very uncomfortable making pictures. You will see them very, very uncomfortable taking photographs. Sometimes you will see them at the background. They always want to be at the back, you know. But when you see those kind of guys, you're trying to make a photo. Maybe you guys have gone on the first date. You know, you're in the restaurant, the very posh restaurant, and they want to make sure that they take a picture in each and every corner of the restaurant. They have got a selfie there. Then they're updating their Instagram account straight away. They'll go to their Instagrams and, you know, we are here, you know, this is what we are eating, that's what we are drinking. They'll be posting each and every move they are making in each and every single day. Those are low vibrational guys, and the only thing they are doing is they're just looking for validation. You know what I mean? Because for them it's easy to take pictures in very high end restaurants, and then they put it on their Instagram. Then they're going to get a couple of likes, maybe 1,000 likes or something like that. So those guys, they live for the likes. Even those photographs, they don't take authentic pictures and photographs. Most of the things they do, they're living for the likes. They're living for the gram. People will like them and it will make them feel nice. Oh, so some people like their pictures and everything. You know, if nobody likes their pictures, those guys, they cannot even sleep at night. If they post pictures on Instagram and nobody likes those pictures, they cannot sleep in the night. Because nobody likes their pictures. A person who is authentic, you will post things not because you want people to see you or people to like your content or things like that. You just put your stuff and you just let it there. If somebody watch, they watch. They don't watch, it's okay. But a person who is low vibrational, those energy vampires and everything, you will see them when they're taking pictures and all these videos and everything. If nobody likes their pictures, they are going to struggle. They will not even sleep in the night. So, guys, this is an awareness video to make you aware that there's a lot of energy vampires on the loose. And when we're talking about energy vampires, we're talking about people on a very low vibration. You know what I mean? So this can be your own family members that you are not aware of yet. This can be friends. This can be the people in your beds, next to you in the bed. Very low vibration. When you notice somebody is on a low vibration, you will see them the way they are fidgeting around people. When you can sense energy, because energy doesn't lie. Energy doesn't lie. It doesn't matter who a person is. It doesn't matter, like again I've said, it doesn't matter how they present themselves to you. Energy will not lie. You will know that there is something they are hiding beneath the surface. They are hiding something. And the very moment you see it, guys, that is the moment when you take the exit out of that situationship. You can always find somebody who will grow with you. It is better to find someone who is going to grow with you if you're on the journey of growth, because eventually most of the chosen ones, they're on this journey of evolution. You know what I mean? So they're growing. A lot of chosen ones around the world, they're on some kind of a spiritual journey, so they are trying to evolve to become the best version of themselves. When you can find somebody who can grow with you, and they can support your vision, and they can see where you're going, and they can stand with you and support you, those are the best people you can ever have to go with on the date. They're going to support your dreams. They're going to follow you along your journey, and they will not drop you off in the middle of the road, you know, along the highway. They're going to walk along with you. Low vibrational people, they will come around even if sometimes you're running your own business. They will come around. They will dress. They will put their best suit, their favorite suit. They will come around. They will entice you. You start dating them. They will start to steal from you straight away. They'll go to start driving your cars. Sometimes they've already seen you in the neighborhood. You're driving a Mercedes. So they will come in. They're going to start borrowing your car and going up country. You know, so they will be just coming around to have a good place to sleep. Sometimes they're coming around because you sleep in a good home. They'll come around. They'll tell you, you know what? You know that if we sell this house, and then we move to this place and this, and so they're going to start putting all this kind of junk in your head. You should sell your house, you know, because when you sell your house, you can move to another state and blah, blah, blah. So they're going to set up a lot of stories because they're finding which way can they come in to steal whatever it is you have. I've told you 3 things those guys are coming to do. They're coming to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So they will steal from you. You end up selling your houses and they'll steal half of the money and they run away. They'll be sitting in your cars. They'll be driving your cars. They'll be coming around because most of those guys they don't even want to work. A lot of those low vibrational people, they don't want to go to work. They like staying at home and getting easy things. You know what I mean? They like staying at home, and whatever it is they need, they hope those things will find them in the house, in their own beds. So they stay at home and start. You know, you'll be feeding them. You know. Financially, emotionally, sexually, physically. Then they start draining you. Before you know it, you're feeding an energy vampire, you know. So chosen ones, bless you as you listen to this subject for today. It's very, very important. I thought about this, I think since last night. You know, low vibrational people, men and women, don't consider face value. It doesn't matter, woman, how perfect her body looks, you know. The man, how handsome they are. That is just face value. So when you're looking at face value, that means that you are. If you're trying to get into kind of relationships because of somebody, you know, face value, the way they look, things like that, that means that you're operating within the ego. You know, there's still a lot of work to be done. But if you can look beyond the mask, you know, those kind of face value and everything, and the belongings and all those kind of material possessions, if you can look beyond that, then you've already beaten the ego, you know. At that point, if you can look beyond the face value and all these material possessions and everything, that means you have challenged the ego. And that is exactly when you can meet somebody who is authentic and somebody that you really want to be with on a very deep spiritual level, you know. So chosen ones, let me know what you think about this in the video. Of course, I always appreciate and love your support, and leave me a comment in the section below. Let me know what you think. Much love and blessings, guys. There's more signing out, and I'll catch you in my next one. Peace.